Gave me a heads up pretty quickly on that Monday. Okay, focus is right here. Then we have a line called the directrix. Okay, focus, directrix. Now your directrix is a dashed line. You also have your axis of symmetry. You also are going to have a vertex. And there's also going to be something that I'm going to call an LR because you guys will start laughing when I tell you what it's called because you guys are all 2-year-olds. It's called the lattice. Get your giggles out. Ready? Rectum. Like I said, you're 2 years old. A rectum?
I don't know what that is.
What do you sit on?
Your butt. Oh, a rectum? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I thought it's called an anus.
It's also known as that, but we don't use that in math. Okay, so here we go. These are important. These are very important. Your focus is always inside your parabola. That's important. You're going to hear me say that a lot, not necessarily today because graphing them isn't bad, but when we write them tomorrow, you're going to have to remember your focus is always inside. Okay? It's not. Your directrix is always outside your parabola. And those are going to be equidistant from your vertex. That might be something you want to write down. Those are equidistant from your vertex. That might be something you want to write down. They are equidistant from your vertex.
Wait, where?
Equidistant.
Where?
I don't know.
Where?
Figure it out.
Wait,
What?
you're saying the
Say it again.
No, I said like 3 times.
Who's your back?
There's one. So the focus and the directors are equidistant from the vertex. I'll just move these over here. Yeah. All right. The directrix. Equidistant. They're the same distance from each thing. No, it says equa.
Yeah, equa.
Agua.
Not agua. That's water.
So it's equal and equa the same.
Equa and equal, yeah. Equidistant. Your directrix and your axis of symmetry are perpendicular. What does perpendicular mean? They intersect at a 90-degree angle. Okay?
Really only have like 11 people in this class?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Here's where we start to get important stuff. The vertex is the absolute value of p units away from the focus and the directrix. So like I just said, they're equidistant. The distance between the vertex and the focus and the distance between the vertex and the directrix are the same.
Who are you texting? His boyfriend.
Okay.
Why did you forget your jersey again?
No, I'm making a bat for something.
For me?
No.
Why not?
For
Well, why if I want one?
you don't play baseball.
How do you know that?
I look at you.
What is that supposed to mean? Put him on your list, please, sir. Caleb Stepp. No, he's not.
Can I keep it?
No.
Why? You threw it at me.
I don't know. That goes for the focus. So your LR is going to go through your focus. That's going to be important. Tomorrow especially, your LR is going to go through your focus, and it has a distance of 4p. Also really important. 4p. All right. Now, we have vertical opens up and down. We have horizontal opens left and right. Your vertical equation in standard form will look like this. Make sure you write this down. X minus h squared equals 4p times y minus k. Where h and k are your vertex. Okay? This is vertical. If p, see there where the p is? if P is greater than 0, your parabola will open up. If P is less than 0, your parabola will open down. That goes with your vertical. Okay. Horizontal standard form. There's your horizontal. The only thing that switches are the X and the H with the Y and the K. Right if your P is greater than 0, left if your P is less than 0. Do we have all that written down?
It's the right one, the horizontal.
Yeah, right and left are horizontal.
What is he mad at you about?
Who?
The one guy.
Oh, I don't really care.
Like, did you do something or?
No,
is he just mad?
I don't care. No, he's not.
Is Greg weird?
His name's Brian.
No.
He looks like a Greg.
No, his name is Mike.
Oh, that
Greg, you're talking about the guy that punched me today?
Yeah.
That would be our principal, Greg Potamon. Punched me in the arm today.
Oh,
I didn't even know.
I was like standing downstairs. My head hurt so bad. I was standing downstairs, and he was like, hoo-hoo. I was like, that's not funny. So I'm going to come in his sling tomorrow and say, you really hurt me. He's the new principal for next year.
He's the
He ain't the teacher.
He's the bald
He's
one.
the short.
I'll have him come up later.
He's
bald
the
one.
short bald one.
No, I guess, yeah. He's the one that's always next to Randy
You're not
Gephardt.
like Mike.
I like Mike. Mike and I are fine.
Then why are
I
you
like
talking about
Randy.
Mike?
Why is he leaving? I don't understand.
He's going to district office because he hates you guys.
Really?
He told me he was leaving because of me, and I was like, bye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Oh,
Is he staying here then? How long
No.
has he been a principal?
is this
A long time.
going to, like, Williamsburg or something?
No, he's staying here.
No, Kirk don't know.
Oh, Kirk is going to.
What?
Because he lives there.
Yeah, he lives out there. Yeah.
What?
And
Kirk is
his
leaving?
kids
Yes.
go to Williams.
You
He's
didn't
been
Yes,
at
it
Grady
is.
for, like,
That's what
ever.
I've been
He's
saying.
That's not what it. You don't even know what you're talking about.
So did- I'm like,
You have no idea. All right, here we go. We have to graph. So the first thing that you should look for when you graph is you should look for whether it's x minus h squared or y minus k squared. This is x minus h. Okay, so this is either going to go open up or down.
Direction of opening is the same for both.
No,
Like opens up and.
no, I'm going over it. Nope.
You haven't done it?
Now, what do you mean? I already did that. It's right if its p is greater than 0. You weren't paying attention. It's left if its p is less than 0.
I was distracted by everyone talking about Greg and Randy and.
Robert.
He didn't get a new folder.
Hey, who is Robert Eggert?
Edgar?
Robbie.
Who names their kid Edgar?
Robbie.
Edgar.
I have him.
Oh, Edgar.
Can you imagine how that went?
Who is he?
He graduated last year.
I used to be friends with him.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Okay, vertex. Vertex is HK. So my vertex for this parabola is what? 4, -3. 4, -3.
On my birthday,
But how do we know? Oh, yeah.
on my birthday, he told his girlfriend that I invited him to my house, which, mind you, I haven't talked to the kid in like a year, and he owes Caden like $120. He basically stole from him. And I texted his girlfriend, and she was like, "Yeah, he's a liar. He cheated on me." And I was like, "Then why are you like?" Why are you saying that? But he was like texting. He was texting the kid that told. I don't even know, but he was saying like, "I never said that."
Will you go get me water, please?
Oh, I should. Oh my god.
What's wrong? It's double jointed.
Dude, this.
Wait,
You
what?
gotta go.
Come on, Come on,
Bro.
muscles. I didn't have 2 hands on it. I don't want that. Okay.
Oh, it was
You
open.
missed it, by the way.
It was
I missed
open.
it. So I left school because I was so pissed. And then I came back. I was like, you know what? Fine, it's my bad. Well, turns out I missed it because Stoutberg. You know Stoutberg?
You careful, you're being recorded. You want to tell me after we're done recording?
No, because she told the whole time.
Wait a minute, what?
I'll tell you when we're back.
Okay, hold on.
Yo.
Okay, now, next thing, we need to know whether it opens up or down. So you look at the coefficient of the y plus k term, or y minus k term. It's positive, so this is going to open up. Now,
Wait, only if it's positive it opens up.
if it's x minus h squared, it's positive, it opens up.
Then what is the greater than, less than, mumbo jumbo?
This is 4p. If this is positive,
She was
it
always
opens
having
up.
problems with her daughter. I knew she was.
If it's negative, it opens down. Now, you need to find p though, because you have to find your focus. So what I immediately do is I'm going to say 4p equals 2. Solve for p. So p equals what?
2.
P equals 1/2, right?
I thought you divided by 4.
Yeah.
I know, 2 divided by...
Don't worry, you're only.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. I don't know.
What did I miss?
I thought that was something bigger. That scared the shit out of me.
Her face is red now. Look, you're about to have her like suffocate. Look, she is suffocating in her lap right now.
Oh my god. I like wish somebody was recording that. Okay, all right. Now,
She just suffocated in her lap.
I can probably do it again. Thank you. All right, now, we need to know. So,
He's so excited.
if this opens up, it's going to look like this. Yes? So here we need to find our focus. Now, guys, listen. Your focus is inside your parabola. So, your focus is on the same line as your vertex. If this opens up, my focus is going to be, so if I were to it's going to look like this somewhat, yes? So my focus has to be here, correct? So your focus is going to be on the same line as H, but you're going to take your K value and you're going to add P if you're going up. So this is 4, negative 2.5. And this one's hard to graph because it's so close. So something like that. Okay? Your focus will always be on the same line as your vertex, either being it on the X or the Y.
So what did you add?
I added 1/2
To what?
to negative 3. So negative 3 plus 1/2 is negative 2.5. Directrix. If this opens up and down, your directrix is a Y. Say Y equals. And if it opens up, it's going to be K minus P. So this is going to be Y equals, well, what's negative 3 minus 1/2? Negative 3.5. So your directrix will look like that. Now, the next thing you're going to have to find is you need to find 2 more points to graph. You have to have 4 points graphed. Focus, vertex, and your endpoints of your LR.
Where did we get negative 3.5?
K minus P.
Oh.
This is when you guys really got to listen to me. Your LR runs through your focus, not your vertex. Okay? It's going to be a horizontal line that runs through this. If it's a horizontal line, that means my Y value is staying the same. So your endpoints of your LR are going to be H plus or minus 2P, comma K. What does P equal? 1/2. Agree? What's 2 times 1/2? 1, yes. So I have H, so that's 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Negative 2.5. And then you're going to do 4 minus 1, so 3, comma, negative 2.5. How what?
What is 2p?
2p is how you find your LR has a length of 4p. Your focus is right in the middle, so you need half on each side.
Should be 1.
Yes. And you go 1 to the left and 1 to the right of your focus because it's opening up.
This is nothing like the other stuff.
Okay, but you guys, that's the first one. We got to keep going. Number 2. This is a y squared. So it's either going to open left or open right. Okay? What's my vertex? What's H and what's K?
1 and 2.
Careful.
-2, 0.
It's 0 because there's nothing subtracted with the x. So it's 0, -2. That's your vertex. Now, go look at your coefficient on the other side of the equation. Look at the coefficient attached to x. Is it positive or is it negative? It's positive. So if it's positive and it's horizontal, it's going to open right. So you will write 4p equals 8. Horizontal is the y is first. And if p is greater than 0, it opens to the right.
How do we get 4p?
I'm telling you, this coefficient always equals 4p. It's in your standard form right here. So p equals 2. Everybody understand how I got p equals 2? 4p is your coefficient. Get p by dividing by 4. I need to find my focus first. You have to really think here. Your focus is inside. So this is going to, you have to look up here. It's going to wrap like this, correct? Okay. So it's going to stay on your y-axis. So you're going to take your H and you're going to add your P and keep your K. Because it opens to the left. You have to visually see it. It opens to the left, so it's going to wrap around this way. And your focus has to be in the middle. What? So this is 2, -2. There's your focus. Focus is always in the middle. If you went this way to get your focus, you're going to go the opposite way to get to your directrix. Okay? So when I opened up and down, my directrix was a y equals. When I open left and right is in x equals. Oh my gosh. H minus P. So this is x equals, well, H is 0. P is 2. 0 minus 2 is -2. So there's your directrix. So my LRs. Now, your LR is going to run parallel to your directrix. And it's going to run through your focus. So they're going to be here and here. Does everybody understand why I'm doing that? Because it's opening left. I'm sorry, it's opening right. So your endpoints are going to be, your focus is going to stay the same. So H plus P, comma, K plus or minus 2P. Because you always want to use your focus. You have to just like play with it. You can't just say, I don't know how to do it all the way. Like these are different. I understand it, but you got to be able to play with it. So my first endpoint is 2, comma, well, K here, K plus 2P. What does P equal? Huh? P equals 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. There's your first one. And then you have H plus P again, which is 2, comma, K minus 2P. So now it's negative 2 minus 4, which is negative 6. It's going to wrap like so.
Who's forgetting to get their stuff?
Should I get one of those?
Yeah, I want to steal them for you.
3. 3. Horizontal or vertical?
Horizontal.
Why do you know?
Starts with what?
Starts with Y, so it's horizontal. Vertex.
What were you asking?
Careful. 5, 1.
Don't get too excited, Caleb.
Huh?
5, 1. Now, you got to know if it opens left or right. Look here. Is this a positive or a negative number? Negative, so it's going to open left. So 4P no longer equals negative 16 because P is a distance. So you're going to take the absolute value of it. So 4P equals 16. So P equals 4.
So P will never be negative.
P will never be negative. Now I have to find my focus. If I'm opening left, my focus is on this same line. Is my focus going to be up, down, left, or right of my vertex? Left, because that's the direction it goes. So it means my Y value is going to stay the same. So it's going to be H minus P, comma K. Why am I subtracting P? Because I'm going left. So my focus, H is 5. 5 minus P, which is 4. My focus is at 1, 1.
Why are we going 8
Oh my gosh.
minus?
Because you're going left.
Okay.
This is a
And-
long.
How? It's not even it was just.
Directrix. Left or right is an X equals. It's going to be H. But this direction, my directrix is going to be to the right of my vertex, right? So I'm going to add P. So this will be X equals 9. What's the last thing we have to find? Your endpoints. Now, they're based off of your focus. Okay? They're going to be this direction. Oops. off of your focus, sorry. So it's h minus p, comma, k plus or minus 2p.
So how do you know that?
Yeah, that's what
How do you know what?
Like, how do you know when to do what?
like all of these are different. Like,
That's because they all go, there's 4 different directions. You kind of, the more you play with them, if it goes to the left, h minus p, comma, k. If it's up, h, comma, k, p. If it goes to the right, h plus p, comma, k. I'm doing one of every single direction for that reason. The more you recognize if it opens this direction, my focus has to go left because that's the direction of my parabola. My directrix has to be this way. Why am I adding it to my k? Because my LR is up in this direction as well. So this is going to be 1 comma k plus or minus 2p. So 1 comma 9 and 1 comma
Wait, what's your K?
there's a
1.
negative.
Oh.
Yeah. Oops, I just put them on the wrong thing. Don't put them with your vertex. I do that a lot.
I heard that.
Right there.
What's the difference between number 4?
There's a.
There goes 1/4.
There's a negative 1/4. Do I have any equation over here where there's a coefficient on this side of the equation? No, so it can't be on that. How do I take this negative 1/4 and move it to the other side?
Plus it.
You can't plus
No,
something.
you plus the whole thing with it there.
What's the negative 1/4 doing to the parenthesis?
Multiply 4.
You multiply by negative 4.
Oh,
Are we
negative 4.
distributing?
No. Guys, seriously, this is important. It has to look of one of these two forms. This isn't adding. This is multiplying. It doesn't say 1/4 plus.
Yeah, and then we have to like put in the parentheses and then you know what I'm talking
Oh, because it's attached to the parentheses, is what you're saying. So then what would multiply? Or
By negative 4.
Yeah.
No, well, that's not what I
Stop
meant.
trying
I
to
wasn't trying to rub it in. I was just
Yeah.
saying like the parentheses.
That's the equation for which we have to graph.
It just looks weird because it's not up and down. It's side to side.
Correct. Vertex. Bless you. 2, 4.
Are we multiplying by negative 4?
Yeah. What does 4p equal? 4p equals
Negative. Wait, 4.
4p equals 4.
Which then P would equal.
So p equals 1. Up, down, left, right. Down. Because my coefficient is negative. So if it opens down, that means my focus is going to stay along this line right here. My x is going to stay the same. So it's h, comma. If I move down, I'm going to subtract p. So 2, 3. It opens up or down. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we still have.
No, I'm not putting them all together. You guys would lose your mind.
So we're just doing like.
Oh, we have a whole nother unit after this.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Our last unit.
You're not, school's not over yet. I don't know who put that in your mind.
All the other
That's great. You want to do a project for this class? Good luck.
I have to do 2
There's
projects.
already
You don't wanna do a
schools
project.
that are done with school.
Congratulations, you're not in one of them.
Should be.
I mean, we still have until the 26th.
Yeah.
We have what, 11 school days left?
They have
We're
ridiculous
still in
numbers.
What is K plus P?
Okay.
So this is Y equals K, which is 4, plus 1, which is 5. Because you're not a senior.
What if I identify?
You don't identify as one because none of you have passed this class yet, so you can't identify as one.
You think we're gonna fail it?
There's still Friday.
Well, I do have a question though. If we did fail this quarter, technically will we pass if the other 3? we
Depends.
Well, if we get a 0, I can see that. But like, if you get like a 60, I think you can still pass.
All right,
60.
LRs. They're going this way. So it's going to be H plus or minus 2P, comma, K minus P. What is H? H is 2. What's P? 1. So 2P is 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4, comma K minus P, 3. And 2 minus 2, which is 0, K minus P.